Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and cousins, of course, and mops and pops, or if you prefer, nanas and papas, and baseball fans everywhere, welcome to this edition of the Valley Baseball League's video podcast. Or if you prefer, the 2020 Rewind Game of the Night. For all of you who are watching and keeping count, it is the end of the month. That's right. I know you're looking at your calendars going, what is he talking about? It's day 31, people. Come on. Half of the month's end in 31. It's your lucky number if you haven't been to the lottery and played lately. As you know, I'm now doing the Valley Baseball League Black, but I'm still in my heart carrying the Cardinal Red. So please, 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 if you want to help out these teams or the league, reach out to your favorite team, reach out to your favorite league. You can reach out to us at vbleague@isomermedia.com, and you can let us know that you'd like some of the merchandise. As I've said before, and I'm going to say a few more times this season, the bills come all year round. I'm on the board for the Winchester Royals, and right now we're dealing with tax documents from 2019, and we've got tax stuff due for 2020. So all these teams could use your help. Normally we rely a lot on sponsorship, which you know is not happening this year because we were canceled due to COVID. We rely a lot on gate admissions and concessions. So please help out your favorite team. The Front Royal Cardinals started this, so get your Front Royal red on, or your Winchester Royal green, or whatever color it is that you like, the Covington, Waynesboro, whoever it is. Reach out to them and get some of their merchandise. But today it's day 31. Waynesboro faces Front Royal. We got this classic South versus North division matchup. And, you know, as happens in sports, one team's going to walk away pretty happy and one team's not going to be so happy. But, hey, don't expect me to be able to tell you guys about that. You know I got the crew here. Everybody say hi to Aaron.
Hi.
And everybody say hi to Jordan.
Fans, pleasure as always.
Man, hey, Jordan, it's been a while since we've given him a what's up, fans? What's up, baseball fans? I know Aaron kind of cringes every time she hears that.
Erin's turning me into a very sophisticated gentleman day by day, the way that she talks. It's just kind of an off on me. So,
you know,
we want the more casual kid approach. I can talk that way, but
don't. No, I think we already pushed her button enough today. We'll just have to kind of keep it straight from here on out. Hey, we hope everybody really enjoyed our All-Star break. We did quite a retrospective there. We took you back to the 2018 All-Star game. We also took you to the 2018 showcase games. There were two of them. And then we took you into 2019 with the showcase games as well as the Valley Baseball League All-Star game. Not a lot of action in the 2019 All-Star game due to weather. And that lightning detector, I don't know if I hate the lightning detector more than the lightning, or I like the lightning detector and hate the lightning. Either way, that was definitely a bit of a washout. But there was that one great play where the guy overslides second. You know, everybody kind of loves the artificial turf in Harrisonburg. We're hoping to get it in Winchester, and I guess the only downside of it is when it's wet, it's a little bit slippery. But hey, enough about that. Let's talk about day 31, this matchup. Why don't you set the stage for us, Jordan?
Yeah, Graham, day 31, you know, things are really getting interesting now. We just came off of All-Star weekend, and I've had plenty of experience in Eagle Field. That turf is, it can be rough sometimes, but all these All-Stars, all these great players that we saw from not just last year, but 2018, really puts into perspective how All-Star break is done. Now you are really in the race for the championship, which is not that far off. We are in July, ladies and gentlemen. This is where baseball becomes crunch time. Yes, we're not saying that any of the past games didn't matter, because clearly they did. But tonight we're going to be seeing the Waynesboro Generals, who they are really in their playoff push right now. This is crunch time for them. They'll be taking on a Front Royal team who's still trying to salvage that season in any way they can right now. That Shane Scott, fantastic pitching performance that we saw. Unfortunately, there really hasn't been much that we've been able to discuss in terms of positive things with the Cardinals season. But one other thing that we really have seen this year, though, is plenty of games with plenty of offense. And we have a team really making that postseason push in yet another VBL, now I would say trademarked, Graham, highly offensive baseball game.
Yeah, and definitely down there in the Southern Division teams have certainly had their share of high offense games. All right. Well, thanks for setting the stage for us, Jordan. Always appreciate that. That's a game you have to look forward to. Hey, Jordan, before I go too far in, any other players you want to give a shout out to in our game of the night tonight?
Yeah, I really did. And you know what? As far as having your game of the night, it's really easy to kind of put up another big offensive performance when John Leonard has named, one of your pitchers and one of your hitters as his pitchers and hitters of the day. Got my notes here, so I'm not mispronouncing any names and making anybody upset. But yeah, we have the John Leonard pitcher and hitter of the day in this ball game, and Luke Short is going to be your pitcher of the day, fans. And not to mention his ERA, 2.57 on the season, not too shabby. Sir, take a bow. Fantastic. 4 Ks, only 1 hit, walk and run surrendered during the 4 innings that he graced the mound tonight. And then as far as batting goes, Waynesboro's Brad Burkle is your man. He comes in a very decent 240 batting average on the season. But the key thing tonight for him, he goes 3 for 4, double in the second, triple in the third. Big at-bats, and you're going to be seeing plenty of hits and runs from this Waynesboro squad tonight. But don't fall so short. See what I did there on that pitching tonight. It was a great performance tonight for Waynesboro. And Aaron, I see you smiling right now. It's just another great performance. Team performance too, when you can pull off the best pitcher overall for the night and the best hitter. Waynesboro, with this race and this push that they're making, it's players like this just coming to the yard to play every day. It's no wonder that they're in this position right now.
Yeah, well, way to give a shout out. I love your wordsmithing. You have a gift. You truly have a gift. All right, Aaron, let's see if you can top his wordsmithing. What else happened in the league back on day 31, which all of these were played on the 3rd of July. So set the stage for us on that day, one day before Independence Day.
I'm not going to be able to top Jordan because I haven't been practicing my puns like he has, but I will work on it for the future.
Just a heads up, sorry.
I had one of his favorite teams, though, the Percival Cannons, tonight against Covington. And Covington actually led this one 4-2 heading into the 5th. But the Cannons, they scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to go ahead and lead Percival to the win. There was 5 Cannons that had 2 hits. Avery Short and Jacob Mattos combined for 6 1/3 shutout relief innings. So that kept Covington from getting on the board again at the end of the game. And then for Percival, the one standout really for them batting-wise was Walt Richardson. He went 2 of 3, scored a run, had 2 RBIs, a walk, and then one of those hits was a double. So pretty impressive night for Richardson, but all around the Cannons did a really good job at the plate. And then, they're on a roll more than just in this game. They've won 6 of their last 8 games. So they've really picked it up at this point in the season.
Yeah, always happy to celebrate the Percival Cannons anytime we can. Wasn't that many podcasts ago that the Cannons were on a 5-game winning streak. I'm pretty sure it was Winchester that interrupted that winning streak, so it's good to see them back on. And Jordan, do you want to just remind Aaron about your favorite Cannons? It's not really a pun.
Well, they are on a roll, Graham, but or the Cannons are roaring. Is that the one that you're talking about there?
That's kind of what I was thinking about. Yeah, that's it. All right, Jordan, there are a couple other games I believe were played on the 3rd. Catch us up. What else? What did we miss?
Yeah, the only other game that I had tonight, it was between the Newmarket Rebels and between the Stanton Braves. And to be honest, Percival, they've had their struggles, but if you want to relate that to Newmarket, this is the defending Valley Baseball League champions right now. And their season, it could be considered a disappointment. They're not even at 500 on the season. But you did see flashes of why they took home the crown just the year before. A 6-1 victory over the Stanton Braves. And, again, really 4 solid innings, these 4 key innings that some of these pitchers provide. Noah Bailey did a fantastic job in this game. He came in, finished the night. Overall season ERA is going to be 3.71. Really did a great job of holding back a Stanton offense who – we've seen featured on so many games of the nights this year, and we know this Stanton offense can really take off when they want to. And when you hold a team like that to, only 2 hits during his time at the mound, also getting 3 strikeouts as well, if I'm looking back at the stats, fantastic job on the mound. And then Blake Ebo, players on the Rebels offense, home run that he provided, great game and a great team win for the Newmarket Rebels. They really needed one. And 6-1 is your final.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, so before we go into tonight's game, let's give a shout out to the a reminder of all the players from Waynesboro. We had Jack Murphy went 1 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Jackson Tate 2 for 5, 4 runs, 2 RBIs, a base on balls, a triple, and a home run. That's a great night. I'm sorry, even a hockey player is going to he did what? Anyway, and we also needed Connor Norby, 1 for 3, 3 runs. How about that? And then 2 RBIs, 2 hit by pitches, and 1 home run. That's a pretty strong offensive team. And, I think we might just have to dig into kind of the coaching situation between the new coach at Newmarket and the Zach Cole, who had left Newmarket and gone into Waynesboro, because always kind of interested in providing some team building insight. And it seems to me the coaches that come into this league always talk about starting off, and Aaron, you've mentioned this as well. They come into the league, even, you don't really know what you have as your team. It takes you a while to kind of figure it out, who goes where, what's the best fit for whatever the situation is. So, it took Zach, I think arguably you could say 2 years to kind of figure out where Newmarket was. And then the third year it paid off. Seems to have figured it out pretty fast in Waynesboro in 1 year. I'm still fascinated by his team building skills. Any thoughts you guys want to share before we wrap this up?
I think for new coaches, how to handle a summer season is part of the learning curve for them, because when you're at college, you're dealing with the same group of guys. You know who you're getting in year year out and what they're capable of. But just managing new players every single season and what works best from a night-to-night basis and then throughout the whole entire season is something that, is a learning curve for coaches. And it's interesting to see that he's kind of figured that out in his third year and figured out how to manage the team and is doing so well with it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Looks like we lost Jordan. I don't know where he went. Jordan, if you're still there, there you are. Shot dropped out for a second. That is a really good point. As we've done these podcasts over the past, I easily say 2 months, it's been since April 11th, almost exactly 2 months now. The thing that kind of stands out to me is kind of how the players end up here. It seems a lot more like an assignment from, a major league manager, in the sense that, hey, you're going to Woodstock. Hey, you're going to Newmarket. Hey, you're going, and the players are like, okay, they get their ticket and they're off. I was surprised kind of how much of it was more by assignment than it was by, hey, I think I'll play summer ball. I wonder who, has a league I might want to play in. But anyway, great insight. Jordan, any other thoughts you want to share before we wrap this up?
Yeah, sorry about disappearing too. I ran off to get some more puns. Let me say this, as far as skippers are concerned, and I've worked with different kind of skippers before, captains in the military, it is the same thing with a baseball team. When you have, this is the guy, you are going to go to this coach, this manager, former player. Everybody is going to bring in some new shred, some new piece of experience that every day you could potentially learn something new from this person. It's needless to say that the man in charge is definitely going to have a great influence on his players. And like Aaron said, it's fantastic. You don't always know who you're going to get, but definitely what Zach Cole has done, what he did in Newmarket and now in Waynesboro has been fantastic. But you'll see it in Charlottesville and Stanton and so many of these powerhouse teams that have really left some other squads behind in the dust. There is a lot to be taken away from somebody who they've got experience behind them. If you are a young athlete, definitely listen in on them, soak it up, and it can definitely pay off in the big time.
Yeah, well, speaking of paying off, I just want to give you a 10 for, I ran off, I think my, hopefully that's not backwards. My thing shows it backwards. But anyway, I want to give you a 10. All the judges agree, even the East German judge. I know there's no more East Germany, but the judges are still kind of divided by East and West. Anyway, very nice. Well, that's going to do it for us. We're all going to run off and get some more puns. We'll be back tomorrow night with day 32. But before we go, we want to wish you all perfect health, and we want to wish you all a speedy return to the baseball diamond. Until tomorrow night, for Aaron and for Jordan and for myself and for the league and all the teams in this league, good night. We'll see you again tomorrow night, same time, same YouTube channel. Thanks again.
Tyler, shot. Good evening and welcome to Integrity Home Mortgage Park at Kate Collins Field. And welcome to this live stream here in Waynesboro, Virginia, in the heart of Virginia's Shenandoah Valley. It's July 3rd, and on behalf of the Valley Baseball League and the Waynesboro Generals, welcome to this live stream. Tonight, the Generals will take on the visiting Front Royal Cardinals of the North Division. And we're a little bit later getting started. I'm Ty Comer. Thanks for joining us. We are going to pause for the national anthem. We apologize when we just got on air, and I know you guys are ready to get this thing going, but we have the playing of our national anthem by a trumpeter, and he says to keep his name out of it. So a trumpeter playing the national anthem. Here we go. A 6'3" junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Plays his college ball at Clemson University. As we mentioned pregame, 7th game for the Cardinals. Swings chopper up the middle. Kobe Lopez will be there. Flip, and it's not going to be in time, so it'll be an error probably on Kobe Lopez. Kobe was close enough to the bag. I thought that he might just step on the bag himself. He tried to flip onto Burkell, or the last man to see him at least. And here's the 2-2. Hit hard towards left center field, and it's going to get through. And one run will score. They will wave another runner around, but he will halt at third base. It'll be an RBI double from Dylan Menhennett. He made a regional appearance. We're one game away from going to a super regional. Pitch misses up high, and he's going to take a 4-pitch walk. And for that was drafted in the 32nd round of this year's draft. Gunnar Peterson off with the pitch, the throw down, not in time. Had 15 sacrifice bunts for the University of Houston this year. That's a lot. Hit this one well out towards left field, and it's sinking, and it's going to drop, and it's going to get past the left fielder. So in comes the runner from second base. That's Gunnar Peterson. It'll be an RBI double with 2 away in the inning for Brad Burkell. Connor, over the last 7 games, has raised his batting average from .267 to .333, and he hits this one high and deep to left field. Back goes the left fielder, Cooper. He's looking up. You can touch 'em all, Connor Norby. Well, Coach Cole always talks about how he tries to get different guys up here in the booth after each game to talk about their night. But boy, it's just hard to keep Connor Norby out of from up top. This pitch rides inside and hits Wes Clark on the shoulder, something that he's also done a lot of, and the hard 90 time, he's done that quite often as well after he's been hit by a pitch. That'll be the 7th time that Wes has been hit by a pitch this summer. And the 3-0 rides up high, and it's going to hit him. Those are always the most frustrating as a hitter, as it would have been ball 4 anyway, but you end up having to take the bruise because of it as well. The 3-2 is taken outside, and he'll have his first RBI, and it'll be the easy way. Works the walk with 2 away in the inning. That was in the first. The Generals then bounced back with a 2-run home run from Connor Norby, the highlight of that bottom of the second. This one sent out towards right field. Long run for all 3 involved. Right fielder slides, and it's going to drop in fair territory. Throw to second base is in time, so it'll be an RBI fielder's choice. Tough luck there for Gunnar Peterson. Not really much you can do. I think they saw Nadeau running after it. This one hit well out towards right center field. It's going to be extra bases again for Brad Burkell. He can motor. He's headed around second base. 1 run is in. He's headed for third. 2 runs will score. And a sliding triple for Brad Burkell. Pitch in the dirt and it gets away. Brad Burkell is able to score. Kobe Lopez heads into second base. Reached on an error back in the first inning. It's also hit by a pitch in the second. This one hit well out towards center field. The center fielder looking up off the wall. Around third base comes Jack Murphy. He'll be held at third. It'll be a double for Wes Clark. And this one hit up the middle. Nice play from the shortstop. Spinning throw, but it throws it away. So 2 runs will come in to score. It'll be an RBI infield single for Eli Casano. And another run will come in to score. 4 years of schooling or something that you can get in 2 months of summer ball. That is all parenting. Throw across is not in time. The high throw from Jackson Green drew Ethan Cady off the bag twice today, both on errors by our second baseman. This one hit well out towards left field. That ball's got to get down. It does. It's into the left field corner. Baggett around third base. We might have a play at the plate. We won't. Baggett will score on the RBI double by Matthew Cooper. Is his thing. He also would love to train professional athletes. And Jackson's going to work his way on with a walk. He's got good background in both. Brad Burkell right behind him with plus speed. And the pitch runs inside, and it's going to hit Connor Norby. And it'll bring up Jackson Green for the Generals. Green, first pitch swinging, strikes one out towards right center field. 1 run will score. Brad Burkell around third base, he will score. And Connor Norby will motor into third base. It'll be a 2 RBI single for Jackson Green. And won't get to talk about him much here either as he skies one out towards center field. On comes David Willis, pretty shallow, but he drops the ball. Green will go into second base, and Norby will score. The 3-1 to Santi Garcia. Pitch rides outside, 4-4, and Santi will have a bases-loaded RBI, his 7th RBI of the summer. Here's the full count. Hit towards first base. Nice diving snag there by Orndorff. The flip is to the pitcher in time for out number 3. Making their safe trip home. Jackson Tate puts a charge into this one. The left fielder gives it a bit of a courtesy jog, but looking up, you can touch them all. Jackson Tate. Now Brad Burkell hit to the left side. This is going to be a tough play for Baggett. Throw across is not in time. Burkell will have an infield single. Point, 16-2. This one rides inside, and again it gets Connor Norby. You can tell he's frustrated. But picked up his 9th and 10th RBI in this one. And this pitch rides inside and is also going to hit another batter. And the 3-0. Up high for a ball and the 13th walk. This time it'll bring in a run. His 11th RBI for Bryson Worrell. Ball struck towards shortstop. That's Baggett. Throw to second base is in time. The throw to first is also in time. So not an RBI there for Jack Murphy, but another run will come in on the double play ball. Front Royal trying to avoid losing their 20th ball game. This one shot out towards left field, and it's going to bounce over the head of Gunnar Peterson. Well, he came in, thought he might have had a chance, and Dabney's going to try and stretch this for 3. The throw not in time. As we've gotten is that the ball would sit softly, but it did not. Another fly ball, another chance for Gunnar Peterson out there. Dabney is probably going to try to score. He does. The throw is not in time. So it'll be a 2-0 count. This one struck well up the middle into center field for a base hit for Easton Waterman. Ball hits sharply to shortstop. It's going to get through. They'll play station to station for Front Royal. Going to need a lot more of those. That would be a tough golden sombrero. 0 for 4 with 4 Ks looking. This ball gets away from the catcher Garcia, and a wild pitch will score yet another run for the Cardinals in this inning. 7th batter of the inning. And he's going to rip one out down into the left field corner. This is going to be multiple runs for the Cardinals. 2 runs will score, and 2 runners will be in scoring position on the double by Trey Fields. Base open at first base. But Matthew Cooper on deck. This one hit out towards left field. Long run for Gunnar Peterson, who will have it for out number 2. The throw will come in. It'll be another sacrifice fly in the inning for the Front Royal Cardinals. They'll get their 5th run of the inning. So I don't want to say that Rihanna is the answer for all you folks searching for a walkout song, but it might be. And this one's hit down the right field line. Joey Kinker's waving him to second base. Around second comes Tate. He is motoring into third. Boy, he can move. And this throw is high. And it gets away, and in comes Jackson Tate to score. So it'll be a triple and an error. He will not have his 5th home run. He does have an inside the park home run this year. That does not count. Derek Orndorff was well behind it. 1-2 pitch. Got him looking, or excuse me, they're going to say he went around on the check swing. And the pitch. Slider got him looking, strike 3, and that will be the ball game. So the Generals have won 8 of their last 9 now. Fair to say that the Gens are hot. They win this one by a score of 19-7.